Hi there ladies, welcome to part 2 or page 2 of our BAMP 2 video tutorial on CFG minis. Now in the last videos we made the base page and you should have 6 of these, and then on page 1 we added the extra flaps and pockets. I've actually just started to decorate my one. So we had a pocket there, which I will later show you how to form those together. That opened up, double page, and it had all these flaps and pockets in there. Right, now we're going to do page 2. This isn't quite so as intensive as the first one. I'm trying to sort of keep it down so you haven't got to spend so much money on your supplies. Right, so you start with your base page, and the first thing you're going to want to do is flip it over. So you're on the back, but you've got this opening here is still for the binding on this side. Okay. Right, now you're going to want to get some coordinating cardstock. I'm going to use my craft card like I did before. I haven't got A4, I've only got A3, so I'll be using that. Now what we want to do is I want to form two like a gatefold over on this, so I want to cut two at not quite as long as this. I want 7.5 by 6. Okay, so what I want to do is cut the length first. So that's 7.5. Then I want to cut the width. Now I said 6, but I'm going to do it at 6.5 because it's going to need a tab to attach it to the pocket with. So I want 2 of those. So another one at 7.5 or 7.5, wasn't it? Yeah, 7.5 by 6.5. Put that cardstock to one side. And you want your scoreboard. Now, with the shortest length to the top, you're going to score at 1/2 inch down on one side. And you want to do that on both pieces. I'm going to score it both sides. It's quite hard, quite strong cardstock. Right. Now I want to fold these over, and what's going to happen is this strip here is going to tuck underneath, and I'm going to centre that on the page like that, and the same on the other side. It's going to stick, actually I'm going to stick that to the outside, to the inside. This is going to be covered by your papers, so don't worry too much about this. Okay, so I want to put some score tape or glue on this side, and I'm going to use some score tape. Now if you want to round off your corners, you can do that now. So you just want to round off these corners here. I thought I had my paper round it. One moment. Here we go. Now I'm going to be using my crocodile corner chomper, but you can use whatever one that you've got. So I'm just going to take off those corners and remove the backing tape. Off the backing. And then I'm just going to slip that inside, and I'm going to centre it, but I'm going to put the right up against the fold but not on the fold. There we are. So then that folds over nicely, and just use your bone folder to reinforce that. And that's one of our flaps, and you want to repeat exactly the same for the other side. So for this one, I'm going to put the tape on the back. And I think what I might do is I'm going to round these corners, because I might actually leave this showing. And when I come to decorate, I will show you why. So I'm going to round those corners off. I'm going to peel back tape, and then I'm going to attach this to the other side, centered right to the edge, like that. There we go. And that folds over like that. Oh, I didn't round my corners. I'll just do that now. There we go. That's one side. Now what I want to do is I want to join a pocket to the bottom of here. So you're going to want a piece of cardstock. Don't know whether these will, yeah, that will work. So we know that that's 8 inches. So we want to have that one at 8 inches. Actually, I'm going to come in now. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to add a corner pocket onto that page. Yeah, so because I want to be able to fit a full size 4x6 photograph up there, I'm going to do the pocket and just a small one. So I'm going to measure up from the bottom. I think I'm going to measure up. I'm going to measure at 3, yeah, 3.5 by, I think I'm going to do 3.5 by 7. Right, so I want to do, right, we said 7, now I'm going to do 7.5 because I need to be able to fold the corner under. And the other 3.5, so it's going to be at 4, which is about right. So, scoreboard. Now you're going to score down 1/2 inch this side, and then you're going to flip it round, and then you want to score 1/2 inch, 3.5 inches on the other side. Then you need to fold over and fold over. Now you can see that that is not corner pocket, that is a square pocket. So what we need to do is we need to take off section here. So what I want to do, I want to measure that. I'm going to come in from that fold. So if you want, you could fold that under, and I'm going to come in 1 inch, and I'm just going to mark that with a pencil. Okay, see, I've just marked that with a pencil. And then I'm going to fold this side under, and I'm going to come up this side 1 inch and mark that side. Then I'm going to get my craft knife and I'm going to take off that corner there. Now if you've got a punch and you want to put a decorative edge along there, that's fine, you go ahead and do that. Now to make it easier, I'm going to snip off this little square bit at the bottom, and I'm also going to taper these corners too. Now why I've left this inch there is because when that folds up, if you'd taken it right to the corner, you would have seen this bit at the bottom. But when this is now stuck down, you're not going to see anything, just the pocket. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. So you want to put tape on either side of the tab. A good rub down. You don't have to put a corner pocket on if you don't want to. You could quite easily put a square pocket on. Now, just going to fold that under, and I'm going to lay that. I'm not going to take it right to the edge. I'm going to bring it in slightly so it leaves a border around. And there we have our pocket. Okay, right, now for the next one you're going to flip it back over, so then you've got your pocket on facing you with your binding strip to the right. Okay, now let me just double check what I did next. Okay, now we're going to attach another flap on this side, and we're going to do it at full length. So you're going to want some more cardstock. I'm going to use a craft card again. And this time I'm going to cut it down to 8 inches. Because we know that is the size of our pocket, our page. And then I don't want it to come right across, so I think I'm going to do it at 7. No, 7.5, sorry, because I need that tab. So that's going to be 8 by 7.5. That's the 8. Yeah, so on the 7 with the 7.5 to the top, you're going to score at 1/2 inch down one side. So these pages are really easy to make. So score that, fold it over, bend it down. Then I'm going to get my tape now. Because I've got that flap there, I can't stick that to that side because otherwise that won't open properly. So it's going to have to go on the inside like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off a very thin strip at one end. Like that, only a tiny piece. Then you're going to want to get your tape. Now I'm going to take the corners off again on all 4 sides. going to remove the backing tape, and I'm going to line that up with the edge. My page, and stick it down. Right, that's that one done. So now we want to put another couple of flaps on this one. Now I want to put one up here and one this side coming across. So because I want to be able to get a good size 4x6 photograph, I'm going to cut my card at 4.5. That's not, so look, that will do. So it's 4, I'm going to cut it at 4.5 by 6.25. So, whoops, 4.5, 6.25. That needs to be more than that, didn't it? Scrub that. Right, I'm going to do the 4.5 first. You want 2 of those. And because we need tabs, and I want it at 6.25, I'm going to cut it at 6.75. Scoreboard, and I want to score down 1/2 inch on one side, like that. Now, if you want to put your decorative papers down, designer papers down before you stick these on, go ahead. But for this you don't need to, because you're going to put, the tab is going to go underneath the pocket on that side, and then that's going to slip underneath the binding strip side, that side. Okay, so round off your corners. And you want to put your tape inside. And then same on the other one. Peel that back, pocket, and you're going to slip that underneath, not to the top and not right to the edge, because you need to be able to fold that back. There we go. And then repeat the same on the other side. Like that. There we go. So that's where are we so far? Binding strip to the left, gatefold with corner pocket, and it folds over, and you have your main folds, and then you've got your 2 more there. Okay, and you've got your pocket here. Right guys, that was page 2 of our BAMP 2. Please join me for page 3. I will see you very soon. Bye.